Let's review the application of Alliance. Now, there's only maybe 3 to 4 pages that the customer is going to sign, but I'll review each document so at least you have an idea of the information that each document has. So the first document on the application is the actual receipt, so the company's receipt. So you're always going to need this, especially when you're doing your application, simply because this is the submission. So we got to make sure that we have the right submission. So it gives you the policy number, the customer's information, and also submission, which you're going to need, once again, to process your receipt. So the first page, once again, is the company's receipt. The second page is more of a checklist. Now, if there's anything that's required automatically, the checklist is going to give you that information. So for example, if anything is checked, that means that information has to be submitted immediately to the company. The third page is more of the actual first and second page of the application, more of a debt page. It gives you all the information such as the broker, which is us, the customer's name, their address, all the drivers, actually the period, the term of the policy, when does it start, when does it expire. This is a 6-month policy, so 7/29 to 1/29. Then you have all the driver's information, the name, the relationship, the date of birth. The only thing that doesn't show up is the driver's license, but it shows CA for California. If it shows NA, most likely that's international. If there's an SR22, then it's going to show here. And then it also gives you any information as far as violations or tickets or accidents. And then it gives you the vehicle's information. Now for the vehicle's information, it gives you the year, make, and model, the VIN number, the zip code, garaging zip code. So if you ever need to check a debt page, it's going to give you the garaging zip code because the mailing zip code could be different. It gives you the mileage and any symbols. It also gives you the information of a lost payee, any lien holder information, just in case if the vehicle has full coverage. The following page gives you the details. So once again, this is the first and second page of the application. The first 2 pages that we saw, those are just additional pages. But the first and second page of the application gives you all the information of the vehicles, the drivers, the address, and then it also gives you the actual details of the coverages and then the premium. So it gives you the premium. This policy has a total $439 for 6 months. And then in this case, it gives you submission, which is $94.71, which should match $94.71. And it also gives you a quick description of the monthly payments, 5 payments of $83.83. So if you ever need to find a submission, you already know you could find it on the second page or the first document, which is the company's receipt. And it also gives you a detail of the monthly payments. So if you don't remember the exact monthly payment, you could always review the first and second page. Now the following page is a third-party designation. Technically, you're going to let the customer know that no one else is going to be involved or no one's going to have any access to their policy. This is a policy that only they're responsible for. Now, the second part is a disclosure of all household members, children away from home, other drivers, register owners. Technically, is more of a disclosure that anyone that lives or is connected to the policyholder or the address is not covered. They have no coverage if they drive the vehicle. Technically, you need to add them to the policy. The following page, it says rejection of uninsured motorist and uninsured bodily injury, and then the second part is rejection of uninsured motorist property damage. So technically, this is a rejection of uninsured motorists, that they are not choosing the uninsured motorist. Technically, they only have liability, but if they want to add uninsured, they could add uninsured in the future. Now, the named driver exclusion. Now, this is an actual exclusion. Anyone that was excluded from the policy through the FSC and on the application is going to show up here. So technically, Nancy and Agustin, the date of birth, the relationship, are excluded from the policy. So you would actually let the customer know that those two drivers, if they ever drive the vehicle, there's no coverage. They're going to sign it and date it. Applicant Statement. This document is just explaining that all the information that the customer provided, such as name, driver's license, address, everything is accurate. So it seems like there's 2 pages regarding the same information. So acknowledgement by applicant. They're going to sign it and date it. Once again, you're just going to let the customer know that all the information that they provided is accurate. Acknowledgement of program offered. So this document is just emphasizing on the different type of packages that were offered, maybe different coverages, different programs, different limits. So you're gonna let the customer know that every company offers different programs, different coverages, and in their case, obviously the option that we gave them would be the best one. So they're going to sign the bottom part and the date. And then this is just basic information. And you have your proof of insurance. We're going to give the customer a copy of this. Now, there's a document that's not here. If the policy is set up on EFT, there's going to be an additional form, technically a EFT authorization form, authorizing the company to deduct the payment out of their checking account or credit card every single month. Now, once again, the application is pretty slim. There's not a lot of paperwork. The first document is just the company's receipt. The second document is more of a checklist. Any missing information is going to give you the details there. And then the first and second pages of the application is going to give you all the information. It's going to be a quick summary technically. It's also called a declaration page, but it's going to give you a summary of the whole application, the whole policy, from the broker, which is us, the name insured, their name, phone number, address, all the drivers, all the vehicles, the driving history, the lost payee if there's any lien holders, the limits and the premium of the policy, submission, and also the monthly payment. And then the pages that they need to sign, the third party designation, once again that this policy, they only have access to the policy. No one else is authorized to make any changes or anything whatsoever. Disclosure of all household members, that everyone that lives or is connected to the address has no coverage. Rejection of uninsured motorist bodily and property damage, that they're not choosing the uninsured motorist. They could add uninsured in the future. Named driver exclusion, technically that anyone that's listed on this document is excluded from the policy. And then you have your acknowledgement by applicant that all the information that they gave us is accurate.